Yo, what's up guys, I'm back, got a review. This time we have this baby Johan Cruyff. Now I decided to use him on my main account, on my second account in Rivals, and also a few friendlies. As you can see, in the 2 games I played with him on my main account, I got 3 goals. On stats then, so he's 5'11", got the high-low work rates with the preferred foot, the right foot. He's got the 5-star skills and the 5-star weak foot. And as you see by alternate positions, he can also play the centre forward as well as a striker, so no crazy stuff like the left wing, right wing or cam or anything like that. I decided to use the whole chemistry style on him, and I'll explain more on the positive negative side of things. On stats sense, so he's got 92 pace, 87 shooting, 85 passing, 92 dribbling and 70 physical. So on paper it looks like quite a good well-rounded card. I decided to play him with a striker in a 4-4-2. He also has the outside the foot shot and the flair trait. But other than that, I've got nothing more to say, so if you do enjoy the clips or want to see more, please do subscribe. It does genuinely help the channel out a lot. But I'll see you after on the positive negatives. Peace. So on to my overall thoughts about the card then. Now, I'm going to kick it off straight with the 5-star. The 5-star is literally desirable. It's what you want of a card. It's what you always dream of. The 5-star skills are immense on this card, especially as he's 5'11". They come off really nicely, fair, and especially as a reverse last coast just cut people in parts, honestly. And the 5-star weak foot also very, very deadly. You're not going to have any issues with that. If they're trying to force you onto one side, he can hit it on either foot and it's so, so deadly. Now the pace split is really, really nice because he's got the better acceleration, he'll burst through on goal. Obviously the defenders might catch him in the end with his lengthy stuff, but the acceleration will burst you through and try and get a shot off if you can. Now, the shooting for me, very, very good. The finishing is very good, the tap is very good. The shot power is a little bit low, and this is why I said at the start, you need to boost it with the whole chemistry style because that shot power is a little bit low, to be honest. But the rest of the attributes like the volleys, the shot power, sorry, the long shots, and also the penalties are really good. Now the passing for me, it's not bad but it's not amazing. Especially if you're playing striker, that is perfectly adequate. The 86 short pass and the 88 8 vision would also just be really, really nice to do 1-2s with. I did it with Daglish a lot, and it was really, really nice to be fair. And that curve style is also really, really good. Now, this is where I feel like this card shines, because he's got the 5-star, 5-star, with the agility, with the actual dribbling stat. It just goes hand in hand really, really nicely, and it just makes this card really smooth and agile on the ball, and will be able to cut it inside a lot of defenders. Now, next is the balance. Now, unfortunately, the balance is a little bit low, going hand in hand with that strength, so they both are a little bit weak, which makes him a very easy target for the big defenders to just push him off if they can get side by side with him. But next for me is the ball control reactions. Didn't have any issues with either of them. Both really, really good, to be honest. The composure as well, really good. I didn't feel like he would mess up any shots. Maybe because the shot power would be a little bit weak and the keeper would save it. But other than that, if it was like a hard shot, he would score it, definitely. Now, this is where I have a little bit of issues with the card. Now, the physicals to me are very, very weak and very, very lackluster. The head nasty and jumping are very, very low. The stamina, considering you're paying a lot of money for this card, it's a little bit low still. The strength and aggression, as I've already talked about, are very low. So it will get pushed off very easily, and that's why I feel like you should boost it with the Hawk chemistry style. But other than that, that's all my overall thoughts. Now let's get to overall scores. So, on to my overall scores then. Now, we kick off straight away with the pace. I'm going to give this pace a 9 out of 10. He's not Mbappe level fast or Vinicius level fast or anything like that, but he is still really, really fast, so I am going to give it a 9 out of 10. I do think it's a fair score. Now, next one for me is shooting. You got the 5-star weak foot, you got this good shooting, you got the good attack positioning, you got the really low shot power, which I don't really like on this card, but the rest of the attributes are very, very solid. So overall for the shooting, I'm going to give it an 8.5 out of 10. I just feel like that shot power is very, very low for how much you're paying of a card, and it's a little bit disappointing at times. Now, next for me is the passing attributes. Now, for a striker, I'm going to give it an 8 out of 10. I do think it's really good. It obviously could be better, but those passing attributes are perfectly going to be good enough, especially if you're going to be using them as like a 1-2 kind of player. Now, next for me is the dribbling. Now, overall for the dribbling, he's got the 5-star skills, he's got the good agility, he's got the good dribbling stats. The only thing that's letting it down is the balance, really, but overall for that, I'm going to give it a 9.5 out of 10. I don't really think you can knock it down that much because of the balance, because all the rest of the attributes are literally phenomenal. Now the physicals to me, I'm going to give it a 5 out of 10. They're really not the best, all of them. The only redeeming fact is the fact he's got high-low work rates, and with the right instructions, the stamina isn't really going to be too much of an issue, and especially even if it is, you've got the 5 substitutions this year. But other than that, it's really woeful, those physical attributes. Now, getting on to the overall score for me then. Now, so far this year, I've given Mbappe a 9.8 or 9.7, I think it was, and I feel like Mbappe is still better than this card, if I'm completely honest. But I feel like he's the second best card I've used, so I am going to give him a 9.6 on the start of FIFA. The only cards I feel like are better than him are like R9, Mbappe, probably a Midinho. That is a very pushing it one. What other cards I think would be better? Maybe a Maradona or something like that, maybe a mid-Maradona, but other than that, I'm not too sure because he has got the 5-star weak foot still. Now, value for coins, so he is coming in at 2.3 million, which is quite a lot. So overall for that, I'm going to give it a 6 out of 10 purely because I feel like you can have a lot better team with the coins at this stage of the year. But later on in the year, if you do want to get him, he's so good, so I highly recommend him. But that's all from my review as always. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, please do subscribe. It generally just helps the channel out a lot. But I've got nothing more to say. See you in the next video, and peace out, guys.